important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. On the ball.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll go down right.
Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Come on now, Owen. Come on now. Let's go. On the ball. Great, great.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jadae. Cloudy there on the stop. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wentz. This goes left side to Aguilar. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, So he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. And ram. On the ball.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Screen pass to Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey from 19 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football.
Tiger.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he finds his man Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Richmond.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. A first down carry now for Miller. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Richmond.
To throw is Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Reset.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Black. Back. 20. Oh. Hey, stat.
On first down, Wentz. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
81.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's Watson now on second down. Going deep for Hopkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Come back.
Off the bootleg. Watson. Arlington has it, middle of the field. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Let's go. Great. Let's 5-2. Let's 5-2.
It's Pumphrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. From his goal line here, Watson caught here by Griffin. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was awful.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Michael Bannon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 18. On 1st down, it's Watson. A deep ball for Ellington. It got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Back 22.
On third down, that's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Wentz. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Come on now, let's go. We're good, we're good. Man 5-7. Here we go. Waiting.
Here's Ajayi. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Richmond.
Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Come on.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. To throw is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.